Other than making me feel taller, this is not doing anything. Okay, maybe... Do I need to get up higher than where I've been? Does that do anything? Or is it really just waves of enemies until I get through them? Oh shit! Not what I wanted to do. Okay, maybe I'll go one more step. Yeah. I'm already almost dead. So I think what I'll end up doing is do it one more time, maybe? No! It's not what I'm trying to push! I'm trying to push something else! This way! Don't push down. Oh my god. Seriously. They don't get behind me. I should be okay. Where's that guy? Okay, there he is. Be helpful if I had the right gun. Or if the gun would, like, you know, aim like it's supposed to. Or if I could move faster. But I can't, apparently. Okay, move! Move! Oh my god, the run fast does not work on here very well. Okay, I hear something. Okay, you can't run fast. If you have something in your hand. Apparently. Can I go anywhere now? See, that's the thing. I don't know. Where's the last guy? Oh, is he the last guy? Then why can't this thing work? Are you kidding me? Can I actually do it without dying? I have no idea. Swear, I'm gonna have to do that all over again, ain't I? Can I get down, please? And I can't remember what button to press. X squared.
You are home. You remind us of home. You've taken your boss. Your boss. You.
Dylan's in a coma. I don't know if there's anything of him left in there. If he'll ever find his way back. The portal's been closed, but the hiss is still in the oldest house. And the lockdown can't be lifted as long as any trace of it remains. I'm working on a solution with my management team, but there is still a long road ahead. I'm the director of the Federal Bureau of Control. We're in this together. You and I.
Ooh, so Polaris and her? Or is it Dylan and her once Dylan gets out? Okay. Sorry this was such a horrible string. I will put that in the title saying just skip to the ending if you want to see the ending, because I actually expected 3 waves of that craziness. Somehow I was able to make it on, what, the 7th or 8th try. But yeah, I did actually like the game. It's just, if you aren't good at playing games, sometimes it gets repetitive and hard, and like when you die, you gotta wait forever for it to come back, and you come back at a checkpoint where you're nowhere near where you need to go, so you gotta go fight through 3 other waves of people just to get to where you were in the story. So yeah, it's one of those games where like, maybe it could have been a bit more balanced, but I really love the narrative. I like the style, the documents, and getting the documents, and there's like a bunch of side quests that I didn't do, but I was able to watch, that were really cool. A lot of this stuff I think is stuff that would be neat to see in a museum. And a museum, like, or like an exhibit or whatever you want, an exhibition or whatever, because I feel like a lot of the ideas could lend to something creatively, visually, or interactive. And it doesn't have to be the bad stuff. It can be creepy stuff. And I feel like that'd be a really fun thing to go into something that kind of looks like this Panopticon. And you just go around and you see some of these items, and they're just like fun references to the game. I think that would be fun. Favorite item so far, I still think is the Christmas tree, because I want to make the Christmas tree where it repeats back at you what you said, but at a different frequency. I think that would be fun. So that's true. So yeah, the story is really cool. I'm glad I played the game. A lot of people told me to play it, and I actually did enjoy it, even though it's more of a shooter than I usually like to play, even though I do play Uncharted and stuff like that. So at least in Uncharted, you got somebody else shooting for you. Half the time. But yeah, this is not bad. It's just that last part. I wasn't looking forward to it, because not only did I know I was going to die a lot, but I expected it to be like 3 waves of dying a lot. And it gets frustrating when all I want to do is finish out the narrative. I want to know how it ends, but just wanting to know how it ends is not motivating for me. Some of the motivation factors is that, like, being able to try something again very quickly. Oh, hey, last name of the main actress is my first name. Anyways, so, yeah, I think that's why, like, stuff like God of War, I feel more motivated to play just because I feel like it's quick battles. You can avoid some of the battles. The game saves where it makes sense. And I felt like it was very written to be where if you struggle, it will adjust so that you don't keep struggling, that it will allow you to get to that next plot point faster if you are, like me, a bad gamer and can't do everything, as well as some other gamers out there. I'm glad I didn't have to put it down to a lower difficulty level, but I was really close. It was like if I died on that last one, which I almost did because I fell and I wasn't expecting to, then I would have put it down to a lower difficult level. But I think I have it on normal, which is it's been a good challenge. There was a time there when with the TV I kept dying, and what I actually had to do is go through and get more powers before I could go on with the story, which I understand that's really cool because it gets you to see more of the narrative and gets you exploring more. But at the same time, if my goal is just to go through the main narrative, there's better ways than making me die over and over again to get me to go explore more. Again, I just played God of War. Good examples are in there. You also have good examples in like Uncharted 4, The Last of Us, both Part 1 and Part 2 do a good job of that, where it's like, even though those are closed narratives, there's a lot of stuff that's built in to make you explore, but not through after you've died a gazillion times. So, yeah. This could be better, but it was actually pretty good. I would suggest people playing it, especially the artsy parts, where it gets really strange and just weird and kind of funny. I love weird, strange, and funny. As long as if it was a little bit easier to get through parts, then I'd be even happier. So it's up there. It's not a favorite game, but it's close, especially because of the narrative. I like the narrative. I might play some of the DLC. I might try Alan Wake again. I've tried that game twice, but I don't have a really good PC setup using my mouse, so I might try it again if I can use my controller. Of course, I'll put online that I'm doing that. Mostly on Twitter, so I'm usually using Twitter more than Discord at the moment. This was a short one. Really short. Wow, I haven't even been streaming for much more than a half hour, and most of that was me being whiny and stuff like that. So, I will end this here, but I will whenever, apparently God of War did not download all the way. Once that re-downloads, I will do the trailer for that. Maybe tomorrow? One of these days. It's really dependent on download speeds and my mood. But I did want to at least get the trailer for that online, because Ragnarok is coming out, and I felt like that kind of ties in. And it's part of the narrative. And I just didn't know there was an extra part, and I played that game twice not knowing there was that extra part. Yeah. Yay! Another game ended. Technically. And ended for the second time because of that really cool fake ending, which I love. Yeah. I'm gonna let this play out just a little bit longer, see if there's anything at the very end, because, again, a bad habit of ending things too early. Ah. You are the director of the Federal Bureau of Control, and the crisis is not over. Your work is not done. Oh, I know that. Hey, look, it's the clock thing that I didn't do. Okay, so Executive Board countermeasures and Bureau alerts to fight the ongoing Hiss threat. Search the dangerous steps of the oldest house for classified Bureau secrets and hidden clues. Again, because now that...
Shawshank Redemption. That's the name of the movie I was thinking of earlier.
Okay, that was cute.
Important, but that was it.
Okay, that's cute. Now that I've ended the game, I'm in a much better mood. And if I die, I die. I'm glad I ended a narrative. That was a big thing for me. So, I am going to play just a little bit more. I mostly want to fly around to in the places I haven't.
Now head of research.
Ow.
It's official.
Head of research? When
And
is
I
the
want to
review
see what people
process?
say.
Why weren't we consulted?
Calm down. It's pretty clear she earned it.
Yeah, I earned it. Did you see how many times I died in that boss fight while I was whining and complaining about it?
You're safe. You're gonna be fine. Don't worry. The director shut it down. No problem. It's a huge victory. Huge!
I want to see what this guy says now.
I heard you closed the Hiss portal, or whatever it is we're calling it. And if we could just flush out the stragglers.
Ooh, check this out. Okay, I'm glad I'm continuing.
So, what's next for Simon Arish?
Well, first off, I'm banning all slide projectors. That's it. Seriously, though, we need to review our protocols. Research should not be making decisions that endanger the entire Bureau. Fuck it. The entire fucking world without some serious oversight.
I think Pope would agree. Certain people in the Bureau have been working in the shadows for too long.
And I'd like to make these HRAs part of the mandatory Bureau uniform. They're not stylish, but better safe than sorry.
I don't think anyone will complain. Not after this. What are your thoughts on me serving as director?
Well, I couldn't be more excited. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, Trench was fine, but... Well, you pulled us back from the brink, so... Well, I'm honored to serve, ma'am. I mean, fuck, shit. Faden. Sorry.
He'll get it one day. So, what's the situation in my bureau, Arish?
The situation is we are still up to our eyes in Hiss. Not to mention the months of repairs it's gonna take just to get this place up and running again.
But is it doable?
Of course it is. You just might need to tell some rangers to grab a wrench once they're done hunting Hiss.
Did anyone ever mention to you that Darling was using the slide projector?
Salvador never did, but I doubt he even knew. Look, I'm well aware that it's our job to study and contain the things that we don't understand, but some of the things that Darling did were way outside of our mission statement. Look, these things are not toys, and acting like they are is only ever going to end one way. At least Pope seems to understand that.
Well, it's secure now. No one can reach it without my say-so.
But thank Christ for that.
Marshall's been missing for a while now. Any ideas where she could be?
The last time I saw her was in maintenance when I was leading the Rangers out of the Atlas. Yeah, I
She's
told her it
missing?
wasn't safe, but she said she had to go check on something.
Did you ask where she was going?
Whew, Marshall is not the kind of person you question. Kind of intimidating, you know? But, she was by herself, if that helps at all.
Not really, but thanks. Hopefully she turns up.
Cool. Let's go talk to
I'll
Emily.
see you later.
You know where I'll be.
Hey, so no lip this time. Every time he would come back, he'd be like, some people's got work to do. Or I've got work to do too, or I'm busy, blah, 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 blah.
More ways than which is the
Okay.
object of power, the slide or the slide projector? Or is the distinction itself a fallacy?
Analysis of Hit Threat Part 5. Confidential summary. His corruption manifests in vastly different ways. Some hosts remain largely unchanged, while others barely recognizable as human. What determines this level of alteration? What is the duration of the corruption? It could simply be an evolutionary process, each entity representing representing a stage of growth in undiscovered linear progressions leading toward what? Additionally, his entities possess various paranatural abilities. How have they achieved this? Do they gain them from corrupting objects of power? Have they corrupted a single highly talented utilitarian? Ooh. And divided their access and paranatural abilities across the network of his corrupted hosts? As a scientist, I am hindered by the sheer number of questions. It's difficult to identify where one should begin. What is the most pertinent question? How do we kill it? That seems like a good start. Refer to file redacted for full report. Okay. Oh, I got other stuff in there. Research and records? Oh, that's what I want. Ha! Director faded photograph. Nice. Slide projector. Slide projector OOP15-UE. Containment procedure. Redacted. Description para utility. The object is a redacted with a vertical tray. The object creates redacted. See Dr. Darling's presentations 26.1 for more details. The only redacted to successfully produce this effect resulted in the capture of redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 26.3 for more details. Object has not been successfully bound. The para utility of this object does not require binding. Background. Discovered when the Bureau responded to redacted. See AWE 24 case file for more information. Many of the accompanying redacted were redacted. See files on P6, P7 for details. The entirety of the redacted was transported to the Bureau for examination to find additional redacted or other altered materials. Oh, there's a hotline. Is it her now?
My reflection trapped in the darkness of the coffee I nurse. The rain turns the lights of the city into a mosaic on the windows. The day's paper lists all the things wrong in the world. The list grows longer by the day. The difference between the morning and the night. Coffee. Whiskey. No other difference. The alarm goes off at 5 a.m. It feels like I just closed my eyes. It's dark. I sit up on the bed in the gloom. I get up, I shower. The driver waits for me downstairs, takes me to the oldest house. An old man stares at me in the car window. It's raining. It's dark. Late at night, he brings me back here. It's not a home, it's a room where I sleep in. Waking up just as tired as I was before going to bed. Endless grind.
The hiss is removed silent from the astral plane. You have proven, beaten, that not you. We tolerate you very much. You are prepared, unprepared, for what comes next. We will speak again. In the future / expansion. Good work, Victory, Director. Nice. Oh yeah, I was supposed to go over here and talk to her.
Jesse, good to see you. We've got Dylan situated in his containment cell like you asked. I've got medical staff running tests as we speak, and I'd be happy to walk you through the details later. Other than that, what's next?
With the slide projector turned off, the hiss are shut out, but we're stuck with the ones already here. We can't lift the lockdown until they're all eradicated. If any hiss ever got out, that would be the end of everything.
Well, eliminating them all will take time. Look, I'll do what I can on my end, but my research is progressing slower than I'd like.
I think I can help with that. I am making you the head of research, effective immediately. I want you to use everything the Bureau has, every resource, every confidential scrap of data, and find a way to keep the hiss out for good.
Nice promotion.
That's... Really? I mean, yes, I can certainly... Yes! Yes, I accept.
You'll do great. Besides, I didn't really have anyone else lined up.
I'm honored, Jesse, really.
Come on.
Thank you.
You... Make her happy that she earned it. Don't backtrack and be like, well, I didn't have anyone else. What? No. Be nice to her.
Do
She
you
earned
remember
that
Mr.
job.
Tomasi, the head of communications? The hiss he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable.
I'll take care of it. That thing's not getting away this time.
I've heard reports about his particular use of language and intonation when repeating the hiss babbling. The biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly fascinating. I wonder if I could categorize the data.
And she's already off on her own thing.
Nice.
How do you feel about me taking over as director?
You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I'm still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me. But the Bureau has changed. Trench and Darling are gone. Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone.
They're the Bureau's past, Emily. We won't operate like they did. We'll learn from their mistakes. We'll be better than they ever were. We won't ever be like them.
Other than being kind of reckless, like, what was wrong with them? Because I feel like, yeah, Darling was a little reckless, but because of his curiosity, he was able to save a lot of lives and help people. And then the main guy was just, you know, a normal paranoid guy who tried to control everything because he felt safety in that. I don't feel like it was that bad.
When the hiss got into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you?
Empirically, no, but phantom voices as well as hallucinatory states are not uncommon here. And considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise.
And that doesn't upset you?
Oh, very. And the fact that he hid those forces from me, it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, but as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it.
Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work.
Fuck that. I'm not a child. Don't just assume I'm going to consider something morally repugnant.
Which it all was.
Which it all was, of course.
How was Dylan?
The same. I can't detect any his activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say.
Then I just have to wait for him. That's fair. He waited a long time for me.
Don't worry. We'll be monitoring him round the clock. If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just... well, you know.
I hear you. My brother isn't exactly popular around here. I hope one day he'll have the chance to change that.
So maybe they're mad because of the whole, like, getting the hiss and stuff in, but I don't feel like that's their fault. I feel like that's the hiss or the entity or whatever that controlled people to do the things they did. I'm still confused about why they're, like, trying to say, like, it's totally different now. It's just going to be less reckless?
So,
more open?
There was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers. The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment.
So that explains the HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things. I mean, I was about to go under forever when the hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay, which I'm guessing must be...
me.
Oh, that's right.
You. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you,
Polaris?
the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
Okay.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand all of this. And I'm okay with that. I'm just glad you're here with me. That's good to know. Thanks, Emily. I found Dylan attacking the astral plane and the board. What was he hoping to accomplish?
Huh.
They're having all these
Since they
conversations with some
arrived, Hiss have
rando
been
in the
corrupting
background.
objects of power, which have an inherent link to the astral plane. Maybe their goal
got
was to
security
access
clearance?
the astral plane and the board itself.
That still doesn't tell us why.
His motives are a difficult thing to work out, but I have been digging through confidential files and noticed a strange gap in knowledge regarding the board. Looks like any data on them has either been deleted or was never gathered in the first place.
Then maybe it's time someone looked into that.
Maybe it is.
She like reaches over a coffee cup. Maybe it's about time someone looked into that. And I'm like, are you gonna grab the cup? Are you gonna grab the... Okay.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
Are you gonna take your coffee?
Please, Emily. Not even as a joke.
Okay. Gonna do a little look around, talking to people, see what they say now that I've won the game. Somehow. I really did not think I was gonna win.
Files on parasitic entities I asked for.
I found a couple of relevant files in Dr. Darwin's office. I'd have to dig through.
Why is Polaris talking to me?
Not with the altered items.
Then go see if any rangers want to.
Yeah, I found
Oh,
a
yeah.
file on the old director.
Supposedly I have other outfits, and you can only change them right here, and I've never changed an outfit. Abilities 7? I don't know what I'm gonna use them for, because I'm not gonna really do much. You know what? I'll just max out my health then. I'll still die. I only got one left. I could do a better shield. Yeah.
Record staff process a lot of data.
Outfits. Okay, so I have this director's suit. Ooh, I like this outfit. And then you have the inmate looking thing. Office assistant. And the golden suit. What is, ooh, that's nice too, but oh, civilian is probably the one I've seen her in the entire time. Which is also a very cool outfit. But we're superheroes now. We're gonna do a rare dive suit thing, even though there's... Oh, look at me, man. Even the hair is pretty cool. Alright, where else?
Now that we're getting back on our feet, I should really talk to Arish about ration quantities.
Thanks for your hard work with the inventory. Hello? Oh, don't have anything
Director
to say.
Faden did a fine job handling this, especially considering how new she is.
I suppose, but the hiss are still all over the bureau. Where's she gonna get them out?
I'm sure she's working. It wouldn't kill you to admit she's doing a good job.
I'm trying to think if there's any place I haven't been, or if this all like opens up once you win. Ow. Let's go explore. Okay. For some reason I'm really not liking the spinal thing in the back. I'm gonna change clothes again.
I heard something.
That sounds like a
Let's do... I really do like her regular clothes.
Pope wants a full physical examination of Dylan Faden. Physiological abnormalities.
Let's try it. I think I've explored a lot in the rafters and stuff. I've been in here. The cool thing is now if I die, I die. I'm not too worried. Okay, where's that coming from? Come on in. Maybe they're not in waves anymore? Just for fun, I wanna pick up the guy. Oh no, I wanna pick up the guy! Alright, fine. It'd be cool if there's like some kind of force where it's just shooting like all the floating people. At least the floating people can't like... Where you at, dude? Yeah, oh, there you go. Oh, I'm still under attack. I thought it was at least. I don't care anymore. Oh, I thought I was getting shot at. It was just this thing exploding behind me. Oh, I damaged my darn sign. What do you know? Why was I in here? What was I exploring? Oh, I never did go into that one place with the hamster. Might do that on another day, though. Because even though I won it, I don't care about dying. I'm not really looking forward to fighting hamsters. Okay, where am I going? Does this go anywhere? Ooh. It does not. Interesting. I'm gonna go over here and see where this goes.
That's no normal piece of it.
Oh, hey, it's the thingy!
Okay, we need to know where it's at.
That I heard one of the... Okay, here. See if I can't grab it. No, come on, come back. Oh, almost had you. Almost had you. Come back over, you know you want to go over. Here you go. Come back over here. Oh, come on. Okay, I think over here is maybe a better spot for it. Yeah. Yeah! Pesky little letter.
I need to find the other pages.
Yay! Ooh! Can't say I missed this one. Speed acceleration. Wait, what? Be cool if I could get more personal mods. Oh, wait. Launch energy cost, dodge efficiency. Who needs dodge efficiency when you have Seed's acceleration? Supposedly there is a way to... Oh, here, order. Aha. I'll just get rid of. I don't know why I'm carrying since I'm done. So much for not being motivated, right? What was C's? C's acceleration. 68, 70. Oh, C's speed. 31. Which makes you wonder, why even have these then? I don't know, I got rid of that. That was better than the other. Whatever. Ooh, what's this? Singing fish. Mr. Governor, I called the police but they never came to my house. I got a problem and you gotta send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fishes on the wall. It's not a real fish, it sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs, says lots of cuss words. The devil got in my house 'cause of the fish and you gotta come handle it. My wife's real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. Another one of these? Did I just miss a lot of these? Target practice, but I can't shoot. Whoa. Well, maybe I guess that's the end. Because, this is gonna... Hey, Zanmoff, you came at the weirdest time ever. This has been the weirdest stream. I complained for the first part of it, and then I won, and now I'm playing after the credits, and it's frozen. This is the weirdest stream. But thanks for stopping by, Zanmoff. I'm actually going to end it here, because it's going to take a while to get reloaded, and if I stop this, I'm pretty sure the stream will stop as well. But, yeah. This was actually a fun game. If you haven't played it, I can't remember. You said that you, yeah. I remember you said that you played part of it. Definitely keep going, for it. Oh, thank you. Maybe put it down to a lower difficulty level if you want to get through it faster. And with easier, you know, like, put some mods on, because that last thing that I was complaining about, and complained for the first half hour of the stream, I almost put it down to a lower difficulty, just because I feel like a lower difficulty will get you through the story, if that's what you're interested in, versus dying all the time from a battle that you run into 10,000 times. So, definitely play this. It is a really good story. It's got some really cool, fun, weird stuff in it. It's just, I love it. Especially the sci-fi and the government and just the weirdness and the weird, crazy, and the fun stuff from that one actor who plays Dr. Darling. It's really good. It's really good. Definitely play it. And apparently there's like an after credits thing. So even when you win the game, there's actually 2 endings. And then well, maybe 3 endings now if you think about it. But after you win, you can still play and all the dialogue's different. And it's pretty sweet. But with that being said, I do actually want to catch some of your streams here in the future. I have been busy lately, but I do want to catch some of those here soon. But that being said, I'm done with this game. Tuesdays I'm going to reserve for games I haven't played before, so I really want to play Spider-Man. So I think that's what I'll be playing. Don't know which one, because I think advertised for part of my subscription is the Morales one, which looks cool, but I think that's a sequel to the other one. And so one of the some Spider-Man thing. I'm like in a really good Spider-Man kind of swinging through things mood, and I heard it's a good game to play, so that probably will be next Tuesday. I will play that teaser ending to God of War once it downloads again. And then on Fridays, I am planning on doing something on the new setup that I can do PC games on. It might be a tutorial, it might be a PC game, not sure yet. Okay, when you say Spider-Man is great, which one should I play? Or which one should I play first? Because I'll probably play both, and I heard that there's one that's coming out soon, but I haven't played the other one. As for replaying, because I got done with God of War, what am I going to replay? I don't think I figured that out yet. The first one is the best? Cool. I will check it out, figure out which one that is, and get that downloaded in time for next week, because I can't wait to play Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Like, the idea, like, I did photojournalism for a while, and I like the fact that he's very into getting the bad guys, not necessarily killing the bad guys, and I like things that kind of show sympathy to bad guys who get held accountable, but they're not just outright killed, kind of thing. So the second one is good, but the story could have been a little bit better. Are you talking about the movies? Because that sounds like the movies, like the newest ones. The first, well, there's so many Spider-Man movies. The Amazing Spider-Man one, I like the first one better than the second one. I felt like the second one had a weird thing, but when it comes to the games, I've been playing those games since PS1. I really enjoy them. Okay, cool. So it's the games. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't played one yet. I haven't even played like the old school. Like if I have vague memories of seeing someone play an old school 2D arcade-ish looking thing. I haven't played that either. But I'm excited for flying on a web through some city buildings because I love cityscapes and I like heights. I'll probably spend most of the time just looking at the heights. Alright, so quick stream today, I guess, because I started at 10:30 this time and it's only been like about an hour or so. I am going to get going and end this stream. Thanks for stopping in and chatting for a short time, Zanmoff. Again, weird stream, weird time you came in, but you can't really control that kind of stuff. And I will check your stuff out later. And anyone else who's watching this as well, I hope y'all had a great day. And even better tomorrow. Have fun.